All right, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Shamar coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. And, all right, kind of. All right, and in this lesson, I just want to go into this article that you see right here, just as far as like the situation going on out there in Austria right now. And I'm not sure how long it's been going on, but I just been seeing it, this past week, this following week. And basically, like it's saying in the heading, that everybody that's not jabbed, pretty much in Austria, they introduced a lockdown for the people who's not taking that medical procedure. And then I was watching this one news clip on YouTube, and they were even discussing it. I forgot the name of the channel, but they just be talking about different things going on around the world, as well as with the stuff dealing with the medical procedure and all that. But they mentioned how if this is going on out there, could this possibly be a scenario that comes to America? And if you pay attention to the things that go on in these other countries, they happen in these other countries first before they do end up coming to America. All right. So what you be seeing happening in these other countries, that's just what you say, like a preview of what's going to come here, because if they're doing it out there, what's going to stop them from doing it out here? All right. You've seen how when the whole pandemic first started, everybody was totally fine with being locked in. Nobody was bucking up. And even now, people, they believe in it so much to a point to where if they were to try and do this in America, the people who already received it, the medical procedure, they would be fine with them instituting something like this because they're already with it. They're totally with the agenda. They're totally with the program, the plan. Okay? They're not bucking up. And they'll be like, yeah, let them people basically suffer who don't want to go and take it. Since they don't want to listen, let them be the ones to suffer. Don't let us have to suffer because they're not trying to take it, on some stuff like that. All right, but this is just showing you, all right, things are pretty much, they're going to get worse. All right. And that you don't have any rights as well. Okay. So I'm going to just read a little bit of this. I'm not even going to go into it fully because it's just straightforward about what's going on out there. But it says, this is different points. It says, we are not taking this step lightly, but unfortunately it is necessary. Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg said, the unjabbed people will only be allowed to leave home for limited reasons like working or buying food. And that's exactly where it's going to be getting to, because you never hear about it ending. You always hear about, the next wave or another variant, this and that. So obviously at this point, it's never going to come to an end. It's always going to be another, another booster that you need. It's never going to be to a point to where it's like, okay, you're fine. You don't need nothing else anymore. Like, you're good. It's always going to be more and more. All right. And the ones who don't want to do it, you're basically just going to be ostracized from society. Like out there in Austria, you can't even, they're telling you literally can't leave unless you're working or you're buying food. So you basically you can't go out just to go out, so to speak. You can't go out to go to a bar or go out to eat, go out to watch a movie, go out to see a family or a friend. No, you can only leave for food and working. Then you got to be back cooped up. And that messes with people psychologically and everything else. And at least they know that. That's why they want to keep on breaking the people down to make them want to give in and go get jabbed. All right. But the first scripture I wanted to get is in, I'm going to get this first in Isaiah. It's Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. And now, like I said, this is happening out there in Austria, but nonetheless, this is the same exact scenario that can play out within America. And you see it to a low extent already happening, for example, out here in the Bay Area. All right. A lot of places out here, like I mentioned often, You can't go into there without being fully, jabbed. So it's already happening to a low degree out here to where you're being cut off from certain things unless you're like you participate in that medical procedure and you have proof of it. And then if you haven't, you're being excluded from being able to do general things like you used to, like going out to eat or going into certain establishments and stuff like that. You're basically limited on the things that you can do now. It's almost like you're at a point to where all you can do is go shopping or go to work, like shopping for food. And that's dang near it. And it's only the restrictions are going to get more and more strict. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets to a point where they're doing exactly like they're doing out there in Austria, to where they say, "Oh, we're getting a spike in cases again, and y'all taking like Sleepy Joe said, y'all we're tired of waiting on y'all to go get it." They're gonna be like, "This is what we have to do now, y'all. This is our hand is being forced," or whatever little lame excuse they come with, because they know that ain't nobody messing with that medical procedure. At least people in their right mind. Ain't nobody trying to go take that. Yet they're doing these things, like I said already. They're doing these things as far as restricting you from being able to go and do certain things, go into certain spots, just so they can mess with you mentally, just to break you down and wear you out to make you give in and go and take it. Like, all right, fine, I can't, I can't take this anymore. I can't live a regular life. So let me go do this just so I can live a regular life. But that's not the type of mentality that, the true believers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have, man. We're not going to just give in and go take it just so we can live a so-called regular life, man. We don't care about this life. We don't care about this world, all right? The things of this world is temporary, going to pass away. So we're not going to give in just for a short period of time to go and participate in the world. All right, we became dead to this world in order to what? Live through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because we understand this world is coming to an end regardless, is right along with Esau and the wicked people that live in this world. But this is what he's doing to try to break people down, to make you give in to him, his ways, and his beast system, basically. And it's only going to be more and more continually being required of you, all right? And you're seeing that. Like I said, it happens in these other countries first before it comes here to America, man. And that's how it happened when the whole pandemic started. You've seen other countries locking down first, and then what? It came here to America, and America followed suit, and they locked down as well. Okay? And you're seeing the same thing start to happen again, as far as like these other countries are doing certain measures to where when it's having bad outbreaks, they're restricting people, saying you can't come out at all, or you're going to be fined, this and that. And watch how things going to slowly, more likely, get worse here. All right? But this is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And this is the times that we're coming into, man. All right? That sedition within America is only getting more built up, People are literally on edge, just like ready to lose it because they don't have anything to lose at this point. All right? After this whole thing and like pandemic then started and all that, a lot of people have lost their wealth, lost their job. They lost a lot of things. So they don't have anything left to lose at this point. All right? And Esau thinking that he's just going to keep on pushing people more and more and more, they're eventually going to snap and lose it. All right? And you people that wanted this guy in office, hey, you're getting what you wanted now. All right? And people are so docile and simple, they just believe whatever they're told. And that's good for you, all right? Keep on following the lies that you're being fed. Keep on following into those lies, and then watch when your destruction comes. No one's going to feel sorry for you, okay? Because you've been warned, as far as I'm speaking about our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you've been warned for the longest, man. Not to trust Esau, not to follow after the ways of Esau, all right? They trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Well, what do our people do? They want to trust in the ways of Esau in this world, man, just to live their life. All right, but continuing on, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's the times that we coming into, man. All right, with this whole supply chain thing going on, gas going up. All right, things are just getting worse and worse, little by little, within the American economy, man, and it's society. All right, crime is at an all-time high. Everything's just literally getting worse. So you're going to get to a point where it's literally just a natural thing, like in these third world countries. That's a regular day in the life. People getting their house broken into or getting robbed, getting killed and stuff like that. Hey, that type of lifestyle is coming here to America very soon, sooner than later, man. All right, because they're not going to regard their kings, man. They're not going to care what the government say. The moment that people can't provide for themselves and everything else, they're going to be like, to hell with what the government got to say, man. Because you can't even, how you going to tell me what I need to do when I got to survive, you know? And people won't go back to those animalistic mindsets, man. All right. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's basically what's going on out there in Austria, you know? If you want to leave out your crib, you literally are not able to. You're going to be fined. And out the video clip I seen, or the news clip, it was saying the fine is something like, compared to the U.S., you know, currency is like a little bit over $1,000, like 1,200 or 1,300. You think people got that type of money to be throwing out just to get fines left and right? Hell no, man. All right. But out there, like I said, they can't even leave pretty much. You literally stuck. If you can't even leave for, if you can only leave for work and groceries, do you think they're going to let you leave the city if you're not jabbed? But this is just showing you the times that we're living in, man, to where things are only getting, you know, going downhill from this point on, man. That's why you have to pay attention to what's going on in the world, what's going on in the news, okay? Because outside of America, there's a lot of things that's going down, man. All right, and those things are a foreshadow of the things that are coming here to America. Because, like I said earlier, it happens in these other countries first, and then it comes here to America and pops off, man. And it might come out of nowhere to everybody else that doesn't pay attention to the news, but for people that are in the know and have their eyes open and watching, man, you're not going to be caught off guard. You already seen that happening. All right, you knew it was going to come. Just like all the things that are happening now, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we knew, hey, things was going to get worse. We just didn't know exactly how it's going to play out. And we're seeing it play out. That's why we're not surprised, because we filter it through the scriptures, man. All right. And so with that, I'm going to wrap up. I just wanted to speak on there in Austria, all right, because it's coming soon to America pretty much. All right, you don't have any more rights, so you might as well just forget about that. And you're going to just continue to lose more and more of your rights. All right, and Esau's getting ready to come with that great wrath, like it says in Revelation, the 12th chapter, man. All right, so with that, I'm going to wrap up and give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, the great millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.